Well, we have talked a whole lot about auto insurance options, but we've really not covered the underinsured motorist benefits. So Tom Sinas from Sinas Dramis Law Firm joining us now to talk about what it is and why you need to consider purchasing it. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Derek. You're right. We've covered a lot this summer because there's been a lot of changes with auto insurance, but we didn't quite get to this subject of underinsured motorist coverage, which I find to be a confusing phrase. So let me try to explain what it is, maybe in a more simple term. It is insurance that you, the consumer, buy to protect yourself or your family from bad drivers who have lousy insurance. Of course, none of us can choose when we're involved in a car crash, and we can't choose who causes the crash, and we can't choose what insurance they purchased. But what we can choose to do is purchase underinsured motorist coverage that stands in the place of the insurance that the other person didn't have, or if they had a minimal amount of coverage, what it does is it stands in the place of the extra coverage that you would hope they have. And it's coverage that you purchase on your own, and it's relatively affordable, and it really is an excellent layer of protection for you and your family against the financial impacts of a serious auto crash.
Okay. And because there have been so many changes, let's talk about people maybe reevaluating their coverage overall in light of the changes to Michigan's insurance laws. Should they maybe change their coverage?
I think people should consider it, and here's why. The basic way this works is let me use some numbers. If I have $500,000 in underinsured motorist coverage, and the person who hits me has $250,000 in liability coverage, my insurance company gets to subtract from that 500 what I recover from the at-fault driver. So that would be 500 minus 250 leaves me with 250. Well, why is this changing now? Well, what's changed over the summer is that people are increasing their liability insurance limits. The default now being 250,000, the minimum being 50,000. So if you have underinsured motorist coverage now, say of 250,000, and the person who causes the crash has a $250,000 liability policy, then 250 minus 250 is zero. And our courts have upheld those kind of contracts as being valid. So the takeaway here is that as everyone is increasing their liability insurance coverage, in order to get the most out of your underinsured motorist coverage, which is coverage above a liability insurance coverage, you should consider calling your agent and increasing your underinsured motorist coverage, because of course, if you purchased it, it's something you want to have available to you and not have it be zeroed out by this mathematical equation.
Yeah, a lot to figure out. Where do people track you down if they need more information, Tom?
They can find us online at www.sinusdramis.com. They can shoot us an email at info@sinusdramis.com or give us a call in West Michigan, 616-301-3333.
All right, Tom, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Derek.